Tiffany Bakarich here, and we're going to talk about public goods today. Goods for everyone. First, let's discuss the difference between public and private goods. Public goods are non-excludable and non-rival, whereas private goods are excludable and rival. Let's discuss what those words mean. Excludable versus non-excludable. A good is non-excludable if people who do not pay cannot be easily prevented from using the good. A good example of this is a fireworks show. Let's say somebody decides to put a fireworks show on in a field, and they also decide to charge every person in attendance $10 to watch the show. There are also houses that back up to this show. There are people watching the fireworks show from their backyard without paying the $10, making the event non-excludable. They cannot be excluded from watching the show even though they did not pay. Rival versus non-rival. A good is a non-rival good if the person's use of the good does not reduce the ability of another person to use the same good. Let's talk about the sun. The sun is a non-rival good, meaning that if I'm walking down the street and my friend is walking next to me, we're going to get the same amount of sun. I can't use more sun than she does if we're in the exact same spot. Little cartoon I found to go along with that. Lucy from the Peanuts is telling Charlie Brown, "Move away, I'm trying to get a tan." Charlie Brown responds, "I'm not bothering you." Lucy responds, "You're using up all the sun." She's being silly because the sun is a non-rival good. They're going to get the same amount even though they're laying next to each other. This table kind of outlines private goods and public goods. Private goods in the top left corner, excludable and rival, include food, clothing, car, and house. If bought, these goods make it hard for somebody else to buy the exact same good. Meaning if I buy a house, it's going to make it really difficult for somebody else to buy that exact same house. Public goods in the bottom right-hand corner are non-rival and non-excludable. Examples: nuclear umbrella, the law, search engine, on-air TV, the sun, like I talked about earlier. Everyone is going to be able to use them in equal amounts. No one person's use of the good is going to diminish another person's use of that same good. Everyone will get a chance to use it. Public goods do come with pros and cons. A con is it is hard to get people to pay for public goods voluntarily, which creates many free riders. Free riders meaning people who do not pay for the good but get to enjoy it, just like those watching the fireworks show from their own home. Public goods do provide an excuse for taxation, but taxation creates forced riders. Forced riders are those who pay but do not necessarily receive all of the benefits from a good. So to wrap up, public goods are goods that everyone is going to get to use in the same amount. Everyone will be able to use the sun in whatever way they want to use. They don't have to pay for it, and my use of it is not going to affect somebody else's use of that good. Well, that's public goods. Thanks for listening. Tune in next time.